This is a turn-based strategy game set in the RuneQuest universe, specifically in a world called Glorantha. The game has got this Bronze Age fantasy vibe going on, which honestly feels pretty different from your usual medieval fantasy stuff. The developers worked directly with Chaosium, who own the RuneQuest tabletop RPG, to make sure everything fits with the actual lore. The game's main campaign has 18 missions where you play as Helgrim, a tribal leader from the Talisas, and you're basically chasing this guy across the land for revenge. Along the way, you meet other characters like Kettle, which is a priestess with healing powers, and also this shady lunar spy who may or may not be trustworthy. Your troops actually carry over between missions and gain experience, so you do need to think about whether it's worth sacrificing units or retreating to keep your veterans alive. The game has 3 factions. The Talisas are fast and mobile, and pretty good at hit and run tactics. The Lunar Empire is more structured, like a Roman army with heavy armor and formations that give them bonuses when they stay together. And then there's the one simply called Chaos, which is all about aggressive play, poison effects, debuffs, and raising dead enemies. In the actual campaign, you mostly play as Talisas, but Skirmish mode lets you try all 3 factions against AI or other players. The combat uses something called Zone of Control, which is a mechanic from tabletop games. It essentially means that each unit controls the space in front and to the sides, and if enemies walk through that zone, then you get a free attack on them. This makes positioning very important because you can trap units or force them to take damage when they move. Charging is also a big deal since it gives you extra movement, cancels the enemy's counterattack, and can even push them backwards if you manage to overwhelm them. Each unit has special abilities tied to runes from the original RPG. You also build up something called Battle Rush as you fight, which is a resource that lets you either power up an ability to make it stronger or get an extra action in your turn. Between missions, you spend fame tokens to upgrade your heroes and units. You get more tokens by completing bonus objectives during missions. The upgrades can be simple stat boosts or completely new abilities. Now the game has multiplayer and skirmish modes where you can customize armies and fight against other players or AI. But here's the thing that matters to a lot of people. With their previous game Battle Sector, they spent too much attention on a small competitive multiplayer community, and the single player side suffered for it. So a lot of fans are watching closely to see if they actually follow through on the promise to focus more on single player, because the RuneQuest fans care way more about exploring the lore than climbing ranked ladders. If they mess up the campaign or treat it like just a tutorial for multiplayer, then the game will probably not do well. But if they actually commit to making a good single player experience, then this can actually turn out very solid. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.